Introducing from South Baton Rouge, Louisiana, being accompanied to the ring by Dylan Fleer. He is the Golden Lion, Jonny Lyons.
Kirby, carry on. I saw that Jonny Lyons was on your wallpaper on your phone, and now I see why. There's only one man who can style and profile like Jonny Lyons.
Here we see,
and his name is Dylan Fleer. I mean, look at these two.
I was gonna say, here we see Dylan Fleer sporting that sling. You know, he was out injured, and I'm actually surprised that that sling is not all blinged out. You would think that he would want a fully blinged out sling, wouldn't you?
He's keeping it casual.
I mean, yes, first thought would be the bling sling would be intact. However, Dylan Fleer is already looking better than you ever have, even with one arm.
Brad, do you want to go out there? I felt like you wanted to be next to the Nature Boys here.
Look, we should all want to get a little bit of that greatness. They are right. Women do follow the Nature Boys wherever they are. Well, here comes Izzy James, who has found himself having a very interesting last 12 months here in the reality of wrestling. He's competed in a first ever casket match.
Yep.
He competed in the first ever Christmas Chaos match.
Yep.
And now, this is the first time I believe that he is facing a Nature Boy.
I would have to check the record books, but I do believe you are correct here. Adding another first ever here for Izzy James, who he himself is reminiscing a lot lately. I was talking to him backstage, and he was telling me that he's been in this business so long now. He remembers being there for the last days of the Sportatorium, seeing the last days of WCCW up in Dallas, and now here he is facing somebody who could resemble that era in Jonny Lyons.
Here we go. Jonny Lyons, one half of the Nature Boys. Collar elbow tie up with the gutter snake, Izzy James.
Go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wow, and Lyons here given all the way to the 4 count.
A very seldom clean break here from Jonny Lyons.
Well, he utilized, though, every second of the 5 count, as Bernie Howland said, a collar and elbow tie up here again.
Oh, goodness.
Jonny Lyons making sure the referee keeps the distance of Izzy James. You know, I saw Jonny Lyons meditating in the back, getting ready. Yes, champions meditate. And he was focused on this match with Izzy James. And he said, I beat him again, I beat him again, and I beat him again. In his meditation, I asked him, how many times did you beat him? He said, 16 times.
And you call him a champion here, Brad, but I don't see a championship belt around his waist.
You have to have a championship mentality, Kirby. Obviously, you've never been a champion at anything.
Well, it's that Mamba mentality.
Right. See? Bernie knows.
Beautiful, like, little turnaround there, missing that arm drag.
We're having a little bit of fun out here, but Jonny Lyons. Oh! Wait a minute. Izzy James. You never know exactly where he's going to be. Jonny Lyons not able to catch the gutter snake.
Yeah, he's a sneaky snake.
Here he goes. Look at that. Clothesline to one half of the Nature Boys. Izzy James is, again, one of these guys who every time you see him, you know that he goes out there and gives 150%. And I know that sounds cliche, but it's very true about the gutter snake. One half of the longest reigning reality wrestling tag team champions in history. Wait a minute. Oh, Dylan Fleer
with
getting
the
involved.
distraction, yes. Oh,
with one arm, mind you.
Yeah, you know, I guess, you know, you can fight with one arm. That's still, but oh no.
Oh, wait a minute.
A little mind trickery of his own there, Izzy James has.
Well, Izzy James meditates. Oh! You can tell. Big TM guy.
Look at this. Izzy James was trying to get back in the ring.
Oh my gosh.
But Jonny Lyons caught him with that DDT out of nowhere.
Planted right on his head, and you know what? I think Jonny Lyons, although he's being aggressive right now, I think Jonny Lyons should have taken advantage of that. That was a devastating DDT. Should have gone for the cover.
Well, like you said, they emanate and they get a little close to that nature boy mentality. However, they are still pretty young in this game, so jumping into that veteran state of capitalizing is still not in their mindset.
Look at that, though. Jonny Lyons. Impressive. Cover. 1, 2. And a kick out at 2 from Izzy James, who's still reeling from that crazy DDT from Jonny Lyons.
Yes, and Jonny back on it.
And now trying to wear Izzy James down. You know, Izzy is all about momentum. Once he gets it going, it is very hard to stop the gutter snake. And Jonny Lyons trying to slow him down, Kobe.
That's exactly what Jonny Lyons is doing. That means that he did his homework, trying to slow down any kind of momentum
look at
before
this.
Izzy James gets it.
Oh, it's classic Izzy, but missed. Jonny Lyons had it scouted. Oh, and a reversal there.
Misses with that kick. But once again, look at this, using the ropes.
Went to the well twice, but it paid off. And it looked like it was just out of desperation to buy himself some time to recover and get back into the driver's seat of this contest. Both men down as the referee, Isaac Bouillon, begins the count.
Dylan over there acting like a cheerleader of sorts, trying to rile Jonny Lyons up here.
Up to a count of 8. Both men back up to a vertical base here. Izzy James the first one to continue attacking here. Driving that shoulder into the midsection. And here comes the gutter snake.
Here we go, cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2.5.
Ooh, that was close.
That would have been a big upset. That was going to be a massive upset for Jonny Lyons to beat Izzy James. Wait a minute, looking for a sharpshooter. Looking for a sharpshooter.
Oh,
He got it. He got that sharpshooter in. He's got it in. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Dylan Fleer.
What?
Wait, what?
What? No.
Oh, he was faking the entire time. Oh, come on.
Ridiculous.
Now we know why it wasn't studded out. That was just a dummy.
It was not the bling sling for good reason. And now the Nature Boys.
Oh no.
The Nature Boys shoving
pushing.
Isaac Bouillon to the side.
But Isaac.
Wait a minute.
Wait a second.
Isaac Bouillon off the referee.
With that Manhattan drop, and now. Oh.
Wait a minute. What is going on?
Right now.
The referee. This is incredible.
I don't know, but I love it.
Isaac Bouillon, our senior most official here at Reality Wrestling, just went nuts, to use a technical term.
You gotta imagine that he's gonna get a talking to in the back because an official is not supposed to touch the wrestlers. But this crowd just does not care right now. They are on fire.
just had the moment of his life. From referee to nature boy ass kicker, Bouillon is in the building.
Knock, knock. This ain't a dream, it's a reality. That I am the reality of wrestling television champion. Get used to it. I'm holding this for a very, very long time. And like I always told you, spotlight is always on me.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, being accompanied to the ring by Booker T from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the chosen one, Promise Braxton.
Promise Braxton has been declared by Booker T as the chosen one. And she has been chosen, quite literally, to go one-on-one with a star from WWE's NXT. And Promise Braxton is going to put on display why she is the name that everyone keeps talking about and what Booker T sees in her. This is the first of two main events this week on Reality of Wrestling, and it is a historic moment in our company's history.
This is not the first time we've had talent of this caliber here in the Reality of Wrestling, but it is the first time that we've seen it in the Diamonds division. And to put it into one simple phrase, the pit bull of the Diamond Mine is about to infiltrate the Diamonds division.
And her opponent from Knoxville, Tennessee, representing the Diamond Mine, WWE NXT star, Izzy.
Oh, the Diamond Mine. All the way from WWE NXT, this is a competitor that Booker T has gotten to see literally a ringside view of on several occasions. And she is, without a doubt, a powerhouse. Look at that. And a standout in Florida. Kirby, carry on. Tell us a little bit more about Ivy Nile.
Ivy Nile, I have been told, is part of the 300 club in her deadlifts. That is not an easy club to reach. But not only that, if you go look at the board, at the PC down in Orlando, Florida, you will see her name next to the pull-up list because she's the current champion. She has the record. I can't even do one.
I could have told you that.
Look at this. Promise drawing a line on the canvas saying cross it.
This is a big match, ladies and gentlemen. Ivy Nile, Promise Braxton, double main event. The first of two. Here we go. It is one fall to a finish. The chosen one, the pit bull.
And that's the thing is Ivy Nile, much like a pit bull, cute, adorable, loving, but has one hell of a bite. So Promise Braxton has to watch out.
Well, yeah, when you talk about being the pull-up champion down at the Performance Center in Orlando for the WWE NXT promotion, shows you got a lot of strength. She's got a lot of ability. She's got some of the greatest coaches in the history of this industry. Shawn Michaels, probably the best in-ring competitor in the history of professional wrestling. Another Texas native, I might add.
Yes, indeed.
And you know she's had to have called Booker T aside once or twice and asked for pointers. It'd be silly for her not to.
And yes, calling Booker T aside for pointers. However, Promise Braxton has grown alongside Booker T. This is why he's put his stamp on Promise Braxton and considered her the chosen one.
Oh, look at that. And now, front guillotine there. Promise Braxton trying to counter out of it. Oh, but man.
Wow.
Ivory Nile riding her. Not allowing her any wiggle room.
Ivy Nile already impressive here against Promise Braxton, but before professional wrestling, she tried her hand at MMA. She currently practices jiu-jitsu, and she's a champion of the Titan Games.
Well, it just adds credence to her nickname, the Pitbull, proving how tough Ivy Nile really is. And look at that! A shoulder block, taking Promise Braxton down, and Booker T.
He does not like what he just saw.
Not one bit. Ivy, Irish whip, reversed by Promise Braxton. Promise Braxton in the corner, but catches a big boot there.
It's a lot of power in such a small package here in Ivy Nile. Promise Braxton, I hope she did her homework here.
Whoa.
As Booker T watches on.
Look at the strength there.
Getting a little love, asking for a little love from Rome Nation, and they're giving it to her in spades.
Oh, wow, fall away slam, and look at that, just a kip up right after. Ivy Nile in the driver's seat here at the WGA. I was gonna say that Promise Braxton's got the advantage. This is a home game for her. She's got her coach in her corner, but Ivy Nile is bringing the ruckus.
She is indeed, and you say she's got her coach in her corner. However, that puts a lot of pressure. That's gonna make her get in
Cover
her
here,
head.
cover, 1, 2, and a kick out right after 2.
But we've seen Promise Braxton in these kinds of matches before. The tension's high, the pressure is high for Promise Braxton, and she continues to elevate her game. This is just another night for Promise Braxton, but she cannot get cocky. Ivy Nile is as tough as they come.
Ivy Nile, oh, got tripped
my
up there on the
goodness.
second rope. Wow, you see how quick that was from Promise Braxton? At a split second, caught her for that drop toe hold.
It is, and hitting into those tensioned cables there is no fun and extremely dangerous.
Cover, 1, 2. Referee with a count of 2 here. Promise Braxton hearing the coaching, hearing the instructions from Booker T. Stomps to the sternum and the midsection of Ivy Nile.
A smart maneuver there, keeping her down on the canvas. You can't breathe, you can't fight.
Promise taking time to jaw jack with the Row Nation. But that may have given Ivy Nile ability to recover. But a gut wrench right there, dropping her rib cage on her knee. Promise Braxton.
Not to be outdone in the power game.
Cover, 1, 2, deep cover. 2, and Ivy Nile in a bit of trouble here.
Promise Braxton now is herself in the driver's seat here. As you can see here, she's trying to take the breath out of Ivy Nile with that waist lock, and that just makes it harder to breathe.
Ivy Nile trying to fight out of it. Some back elbows, man. Hard shots from the Pitbull, and now another head scissor. Oh, Promise Braxton had it countered. Promise Braxton had it countered. She brought her A game today. Cover, 1, 2, and no. Kick it at 2.5.
And another deep cover there on NXT star Ivy Nile. That is impressive. Promise is, like you said, she brought her A game. She has not come to play.
She did not come to play whatsoever. This is not a game for Promise Braxton. This is about her life and her livelihood and her chosen profession. And she is the chosen one and wants to prove to the world, not just reality of wrestling, but the entire world. That means every professional wrestler on the planet, that she's going to live up to that name.
You've got to imagine that a win here over Ivy Nile is going to send shockwaves through the industry if Promise Braxton can get the job done. And so far, it's looking like she's not only bringing her A game, but her A+ game as well, as Booker T's watching on the outside.
The last, and Ivy Nile coming back. Cover here, 1, 2, that could be it, no.
So close, yet so far, but you could see that left book shook there for a second.
That left book shook. That it did. Some shots there now from Ivy Nile. Reversal here. Promise Braxton. Oh, what is she going for? Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful from the chosen one. Going for a cover. 1, 2, and another deep cover. Promise Braxton is the chosen one. The last professional athlete to hold that moniker was LeBron James, and last I checked, he's the all-time scorer in NBA history, and perhaps the greatest to ever do it. Promise Braxton has that potential. But this crowd is behind Ivy Nile.
Yeah, I was going to say she may have this potential. However, Ivy Nile is the fan favorite at this moment.
No one trains harder than Ivy Nile. She reminds me of somebody that I used to know who went on to become a several-time world champion, as right now she's looking like a world champion, but Promise Braxton is looking even better.
And now the knee to the middle of the spine, just pulling back on the arms of Ivy Nile. That knee feels like a spear to the spine. And she's having to expend a lot of energy in this to try to find her way out of these moments. Look at her fight back. God, the upper body strength is ridiculous. Woo. Ridiculous upper body strength.
Launched Promise Braxton's whole body up over her head, and now giving her some Mike Tyson hits.
Ivy Nile, big shoulder block there. And another.
Those are some massive shoulders, too.
Promise Braxton. Got her up and over. Wait a minute.
Promise is in a whole lot of trouble here.
Ivy Nile looking for that, looking for it. Is she gonna hit that power slam? Cover, 1, 2, and that's it. No, two, only two. Booker T.
Book's about to have a conniption. He's so happy and so scared all at the same time.
That was 2, but it was about 2 and 15/16.
Ivy Nile not done yet. That power slam may not have been enough, but the diamond lock might.
Thumb to the eye, kick to the gut.
Wait
and
a
this
second.
could be all. This could be all. She's looking for a big suplex.
Oh.
Got it. Can she get her over? No, wait. Wait a minute, Booker T. Booker.
They're just rolling through.
No, Ivy Nile won. Ivy Nile won. Ivy Nile won. Booker T thought he had it won. He pushed Promise over so that she had the cover on Ivy Nile. Ivy reversed it, and reversed it again. And she got the 3 count.
How the turntables have turned. I know.
We're short on referees, Book. We're short on referees.
Kirby, you're up.
Booker T is not happy about this development at all. But the record book will state Ivy Nile walked into the World Gym Arena and picked up a victory over the chosen one here at the Reality of Wrestling.
Ivy Nile, the pit bull of the Diamond Mine, hit a beautiful pit bull power slam. Looked like she had the match won. Promise Braxton found a way to get her shoulder up. And then Booker T thought he pulled one over on Ivy. But it's Ivy Nile from WWE NXT who pulled it over on the 2-time Hall of Famer. I think she might have to answer for that next Tuesday night. But nevertheless, an incredible showing from Ivy Nile. That is our first of 2 main events still to come. Will Allday can't hold for the last time inside the steel cage.
It's stressful living on the spotlight. Always trying to hit your mark. Always being perfect. But for me, the Morning Star television champion, it's not hard at all. It's on the spotlight. Las 6 de mañana, the star of forever.
We all know that an accident takes only seconds, but the injuries can last a lifetime. If you've been hurt in a car wreck, a truck wreck, or a motorcycle accident, give me a call. You'll be glad you did. And why would you call anyone else?
Well, there he comes, ingratiating himself to everybody as always. The man with the bad attitude, Cam Cole. And as bad as an attitude he may have, he is one of the most decorated competitors in the history of this company. The second man to be a Grand Slam champion. But there's one thing that he continues to have issues with. That is one man, that's Will Allday. Talk about this storied rivalry between these two gentlemen.
They have fought over the Texas Championship. They have fought over the Reality of Wrestling Championship. These two guys used to be best friends, but something happened to Cameron Cole where he, I'm gonna guess, got jealous of all the success that Will Allday got that maybe he didn't at one point. Will Allday, at one point, was a megastar here in the making. And Cameron Cole wanted that for himself, and that's what ruined the friendship. And that is what has led us here today to the steel cage match.
One of, if not the most seen wrestler in Reality of Wrestling's history. The man can command a crowd, but he can also command a squared circle like no other. Willing to put life and limb quite literally on the line to get the W in his column. These two men, best friends at one point, road buddies at another, training partners, turned bitter enemies. We've seen them brawl quite literally here at the Reality of Wrestling, fight over titles, fight over respect. And tonight it all ends. For the last time, these two men go one-on-one, but for the first time inside the confines of a steel cage.
The following contest is a steel cage match. When the door closes and the bell rings, the first competitor to score a pinfall or a submission or to exit the cage with both feet touching the ground will be declared the winner. Introducing first, from Santa Monica, California, he is the baddest man on the planet, Cam Cole. And his opponent from the Lone Star State, he is Allday.
Here we go. The cage door is about to close, and Will Allday and Cameron Cole's storybook rivalry will close as well.
You could definitely cut the tension in here with a knife, as it seems everybody's on edge, as honestly don't know who's going to be able to either escape the cage, pinfall, submission, one or the other. They've both had an equal almost agility on top of each other in a win-loss column.
Oh, an elbow tie up here.
Too much glitter.
Shut your mouth while I wrestle.
Chanting at Cameron Cole. Some glitter on the boots all day, but here we go. Will Allday, Cam Cole. Interesting rivalry, of course, when we look at numbers, when we look at stats. The last time Will Allday was inside of a cage match, he lost. in grand fashion, might I add.
Yes.
And I believe the last time Cam Cole was in a steel cage, he won the Reality Wrestling Championship.
He did so by escaping the cage in a triple threat match, and that's what I'm honestly going to be looking for Cameron Cole. We know that he is seen as a coward by Will Allday, so it would not surprise me one bit if Cameron Cole just escapes the cage and walks away from this matchup, which here would grant him a victory.
An elbow tie up here. Steel cage match rules. You can win by pinfall submission or escape from the cage, either over the cage or through the door.
Now you want to talk about win-loss records here, Brittany. The one thing that Cameron Cole has never done inside the Reality of Wrestling ring is defeat Will Allday. So this one is very, very personal to him.
Oh no, off of that cage there.
Yeah, even when you bounce against the ropes in a cage match, your back hits that chain link fence. Both men pacing themselves. They know the grueling nature of a cage match. They also know each other probably better than any two people on the planet. Cam Cole, though, seems to have always eluded a win over Will Allday.
He's needed it. His ego has demanded it, and yet he's always come up short. But now, maybe the one thing that he is good at is the one thing that's going to get him that victory if he managed to escape the cage. But Will Allday is not going to let that happen at all whatsoever.
Will. There he goes. House on fire. That's a classic maneuver right there from Will Allday. That forearm flying. Cartwheel. Going for the kick. Cam had it scouted. Didn't see his twin coming.
Yeah, that was a sharp kick too. That had a windmill speed on it.
Now Cam Cole stalking Will Allday. They're going to throw him against that chain link fence. No, Will Allday stops it. Looking for that support pole really is what he was going for. And now Will Allday.
I would like to point out here, ladies and gentlemen, is that the steel cage match is something of an attraction here at the Reality of Wrestling. However, I can't remember the last time that we had a cage match that did not involve a championship. That is the massive amounts of hate that these two have for each other, and the amount of hate that Cameron Cole must have for Will Allday to have accepted this demented matchup here.
I mean, clearly how he threw Will Allday into that steel cage shows you the amount of hate, Kirby.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And Kirby Carry-On, you are right. In Reality Wrestling storied history, we've had probably a dozen cage matches. Not one time has a championship not been on the line until this evening.
Will's gonna have great prints on his back.
1, 2, and a cover. Again, pinfall submission, escaping the cage. You have to wonder what the strategy of both men are. Is it pace yourself? Is it hit some big maneuver that will give you time to go through the door? I mean, I don't know what the best strategy in a cage match is. Oh, man!
It's definitely not run into it like that.
I think you might be right there, Kirby. And Will Allday, he can climb out or elbow drop. Cover. 1, 2, no.
And like you said before, Brad, you know, the pinfall submission, escape the cage, that's all well and good. However, these two chose this match because they want to inflict the most damage onto each other as possible.
Will Allday going up top.
Oh, no!
Getting hung up there. Can he stand on the top rope? He does. These two men teetering.
A precarious position.
Oh, man. And he just drapes the left arm of Will Allday over the top rope that has it's a steel rope, ladies and gentlemen.
And now into the steel cage. Oh, no.
And across the turnbuckle support. I mean, this is grueling.
Oh, he's biting him. He's bleeding him.
Well, no rules.
There's no rope breaks, no disqualifications. This steel cage match is turning out to be just as brutal as we anticipated.
Now, Will Allday, though, is a master of high-flying maneuvers, and you have to think, though, the cage almost limits you in some ways. We've seen Will Allday do his signature dives to the outside. Can't do that here. There's a part of Will Allday's arsenal that no longer does he not have the ability to use it anymore.
He's definitely not going to be able to take a dive to the outside, but you have to also remember he very well could climb up to the top of the cage, and I feel like that would give him an even bigger advantage than if this were a traditional match.
And now with that wounded arm there, Will Allday might not be flying anywhere. Oh! Oh no. Oh!
Using the ropes to his advantage here is Will Allday.
Gotta do what you gotta do. There's a dragon screw. Will Allday. Oh! Oblique kick.
Will with the injured left arm. Cam with the injured left leg.
Oh, we're right back to the arm. Cam Cole goes. Even though Will Allday tried to use the signature, the autograph. Just a big super kick. Normally only takes one. Cover here, 1, 2, and a kick out. Although, you know, you might think, well, if his move that he's always looking to hit is his super kick, why are you going for the arms? Well, you're just trying to put the pain in places to take Will Allday's mind off of his game plan.
Everybody always has a plan until they get punched in the mouth, and that's when it completely changes. Maybe that's kind of the mentality that Cameron Cole is taking.
Oh, look at that. And he caught him again. Caught him again on that left arm. Will Allday single legs him. Going for a sharpshooter. Does he get it? He's got a sharpshooter on in the center of the ring. Center of the ring sharpshooter. But Will Allday, his arm strength not allowing him to hold that sharpshooter in place. You see? The strategery, as a former president of ours once said, coming into play.
But Will, back at it.
Oh, looking for that STF. The STF.
The step over the crossface here, but that left hand, or that left arm rather, he can't hook it all in. It's almost like a bully choke here as Cameron Cole grabs the rope, but there's no rope breaks in a steel cage match.
But Will Allday lets it go anyway. I think he was trying to reposition Cam in the center of the ring. Oh! Back right elbow.
Trying to create some distance while he decides to go up to the top, and no!
Oh, man. And look at that.
Oh, no.
Will Allday's trapped up there. Cam Cole can go out. Wait a minute. Cam Cole's asking for the door to be open. Cam Cole's asking for the door to be open.
And this is how it's going to end.
The door is open.
Calling Cam Cole a coward.
He went coast to coast. Coast to coast. From one side of the ring to the other.
The door closing yet again.
Cameron Cole had the match won.
He had the match won, but he wasn't going to allow cover here. Wait, 1, 2, and a kick out from Will Allday. He wasn't going to allow Will Allday to call him a coward. His ego's too big for that, Kirby. You know that.
You got to think that if he's never had a win over Will Allday, he wants to have that feeling of pinning him 1, 2, 3, or having him tap out, not just walking out of a door.
And now, Cam Cole is stalking his prey of Will Allday. Right hand, closed fist to the dome. And he's looking spry. He's feeling cocky here. Cam does now block. Couple right hands. Another one.
Another miss.
Here comes Allday.
Flying forearm. Springboard.
Oh! Right into the cage.
And I'm back again.
And another. The fans loving what they're seeing. These two men putting their bodies on the line. And it's not for a championship, it's all for pride. It's all to see who's the better man. Is it Will Allday? Is it Cam Cole? We're going to find out at the conclusion of this epic contest between two of the most bitter rivals in road history. Cam tried to stop himself there. Wait a minute, he did. He's climbing up.
Oh!
Cover. 1, 2, and it's not enough. Those Will Allday only able to use one arm for that cover.
Will is definitely having to get inventive here with one bad wing. Oh! No, oh!
No. Will Allday going for the 10 counts up there. And now both men back on the top rope. We saw this earlier, Kirby.
This is a very bad spot, and Cameron Cole got the best of it last time.
Oh.
It seems like he's going to do it again. It's now from the top. Here comes Cameron Cole.
Oh! Off the top rope, a code breaker. That's going to end this thing. 1, 2, and no. 2.5.
You saw Cameron Cole there holding onto that knee. Maybe he couldn't get the full impact of that code breaker. That damage may be starting to add up, y'all.
And now, I think he's going to ask, is he asking for the door to be open again? No. Cam Cole decided to climb the cage instead.
If he was smart, he would ask for the door to be open, but Will Allday still holding on. Oh, and back to that leg.
And again, attacking the left leg of Cam Cole. Will Allday and Cam Cole now on the other side of the ring in a precarious position on the top rope. Will Allday's got a bad wing, as we pointed out. It might not be. Oh, man.
Now he's got a bad something else.
Oh, good God, that.
Oh, but.
Oh! Well.
Two competitors hanging from the top rope right now as the headbutts connect. They're starting to wear the battle scars here of this cage match.
Will Allday, Cameron Cole, tale as old as time. Best friends turn better rivals. For the last time, these two. Oh! Enziguri there. How much did that take out of Cam Cole? I mean, Will Allday with that lariat. And looking for it. He's looking for it.
Setting up.
He's measuring him up. Oh! That's it. That's it. If he can get the cover, that's all. Cover. 1, 2. Oh my gosh.
What? What? No. What? Brad.
Cam Cole just kicked out of the autograph.
No one has ever.
No one has ever kicked out of the autograph. And Will Allday is in a bit of shock. And now Will Allday said, okay, if I can't beat you with the autograph, I'm going to walk on out of here. And Will Allday going to be victorious inside the cage.
What?
Oh, wait a minute. He said not this way.
Oh, no. He's
going to go for it again. Another autograph. Cam Cole blocks it. Back elbow. Oh, autograph of his own. An autograph of his own. Cover 1, 2, and no.
Giving him a dose of his own medicine, but both men just completely battered and bruised.
Cam Cole gonna climb out of the cage. He's almost out.
He just has to get the other foot over, but look at this, Allday catches the leg.
Try as you might, Will Allday goes all damn day and night. And Allday now up there. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Will Allday has bad intentions in mind. Oh my gosh! Oh my God! Oh my God! From the top of the cage, a moonsault from Will Allday. Oh my gosh! An incredible display of athleticism from Will Allday, but at what cost? At what cost has Will Allday? Oh my gosh!
He might have just used the last bit of his strength for that.
Cam Cole still nursing that left leg, and he can't even get up on it. Cam Cole can't even stand up on the leg. Well, it's all academic at this point. Will Allday screaming, "Get up!" Will Allday is going to Cam, offering his hand. And there it is. An autograph cover. 1, 2, 3. Will Allday wins the cage match.
Absolutely incredible main event here as Will Allday delivers not one but 2 autographs here to Cameron Cole to finally seal the deal and close this chapter once and for all.
These two men have battled each other for the better part of last decade into this one. They've been friends, they've been training partners, they've been rivals. But now, a mutual sign of respect perhaps between Cam Cole and Will Allday. Two of the best we've ever had in reality of wrestling. And they just beat the holy hell out of each other inside a steel cage. For the last time, we saw them square off as opponents. And Will Allday again stands tall as the victor. This has been an incredible night of action in our double main event. For Corby Carry On and Brittany Outland, for our director Kevin Barnhart, our executive producers Booker and Charmel Huffman, I'm the Bo Brad Gilmore, saying we'll see you next time on The Reality of Wrestling.